Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of the Artist Review, facilitated by ARTiculation Radio. I'm your host, Goddess Sage. You know how we do things here at ARTiculation Radio. We will kick off the top of the show by taking a quick glance at the day's news headlines. And today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org. And here are three of the headlines I saw today, Friday, April 5th, 2019, when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. In education news, teacher training takes place today through April 7th in San Francisco, California. In entertainment news, Harris Theater Millennium Park in Chicago, Illinois, hosts tonight at 7:30 Mega Israel German Contemporary Dance. And in business news, the future of Atlantic City takes place at 8:30 this morning at Resorts Casino Hotel in the Horizon Room in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And those are three of the headlines I saw today. Why don't you head on over to Elite Values News right now and see what headlines you see?
Looking to get the latest news? Visit Elite Values. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines daily. EliteValuesNews.com for all of your latest news.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music.
Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am definitely glad to be here with you today on another fresh episode of Articulation Radio. Of course, we have for you in store a lot of great music as well as an interview with an author, the author of, I'm not going to even tell you. You know how I like to do you. I'll tell you after I play this song for you. How about that? ArtistReview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ArtistReview.com. Artist, REVUE.com. From arranging art exhibitions to musical performances to radio interviews to so much more, the Artist Review helps your work get seen. ArtistRevue.com. ArtistReview.com.
You have a product, let them help you increase sales. You have a video, let them help you make it go viral. Peoplewarmers.com, PeopleWarmers.com for all your advertising, marketing, and promotional needs. They also take care of events planning. Peoplewarmers.com. Visit them today.
You just heard Sunshine Road by Martin Goffin. Prior to that, we kicked off the top of today's episode of Articulation Radio with Who Does Your Love Go To by yours truly, Goddess Sage. Up next is Wish I by Gloria Tells, and that will be followed by I Got Doubts by Spring Gang featuring Vicky Vox. PeopleWarmer.com. Book your travel today. PeopleWarmer.com for wherever you want to stay. PeopleWarmer.com wherever you want to play. PeopleWarmer.com. Go see a concert today. PeopleWarmer.com. Book everything you need. PeopleWarmer.com. Go ahead, please. Articulation Radio is so pleased to have in the house today the author, Deborah Thomas Crawford. She is the author of Rainy Days to Raining Days. That book is available on Amazon.com as well as at publishingadvantagegroup.com. So if you haven't already grabbed your copy, be sure to grab it up real quick. Head on over to Amazon, grab up Rainy Days to Raining Days by Deborah Thomas Crawford. And in the meantime, we will be getting back to you shortly with the author on the line. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a little bit about the book and then I'll come back with the author on the line. How about that?
Be stronger. Oh, wish I didn't have to go and close the door. Imagine you without me shakes me to the core. Oh, yeah. And you find another beautiful flower, and I go ahead and compare myself to her. So why even bother? We can't go back to what we were. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. Shakes me to the core. Oh, and you find another beautiful flower, and I go ahead compare myself to her. But I'm like no other, so why do I bother? We can't go back to what we were. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up.
single and seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you? Go to sittingroom.xyz to register today. Sittingroom.xyz, where sexy singles socialize. Get merchandise and event invites by joining us at sittingroom.xyz today. You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, jeffersontaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, jeffersontaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, jeffersontaylor.club.
Now, as promised, let me tell you a little bit about Deborah Thomas Crawford's book, Rainy Days to Raining Days. Now, it's a sermon guide that she put out to help people embrace whatever particular message God has for them. And what it is she says that it's a workbook of sorts, a sermon guide that kind of walks people through handling better, daily struggles and loving your enemies, fighting against the odds, even dealing with, the power of your purpose. And the whole point is to help you take authority over the rainy days in your life. And of course, to help you to walk umbrella free into your raining days. So you definitely have to be sure to check out that book. And we are going to give the author an opportunity to give us a little sneak peek into it. We'll have her to talk to us about some of the things she thinks about and some of the things that we can expect to read in that book, as well as, of course, see what advice she would give to people that are trying to go through and accomplish things. And, these daily struggles, or even, the odds that they're fighting, the trouble that they're facing, adversity from enemies. She will be able to help you be able to get those things under control a bit better, let's hope. So let's go ahead and get that author on and see what advice she can give.
You always searching for a better thing, wanna replace me. I'm in a place that I've never been. It's worse and lonely. Cause someone tell me they see good in me, there's good in me. Cause I got doubts, yeah. Sometimes I wanna risk it all, since you left me. Struggle, baby, I see pain. Cause I got nothing. Can someone tell me they see good in me? There's good in me. Cause I got doubts, yeah. Ooh, isn't it strange we turn to strangers? You've erased all your pictures on your phone. Ooh, your final words on a piece of paper. Don't love you anymore. Tell me there's good in me. Cause I got doubts. Tell me there's good in me. Cause I got doubts. Lose it all, I just wanna sin. Stay lost in daydreams. And I never wanna have to fear, since you left me. Can someone tell me they see good in me? There's good in me. Cause I got doubts, yeah. Thinking that nobody can keep me safe. Who's gonna want me? I drink and smoke just to numb the pain of being lonely. Can someone tell me they see good in me? There's good in me. Cause I got doubts, yeah. Ooh, isn't it strange we turn to strangers? You've erased all your pictures on your phone. Ooh, your final words on a piece of paper.
Would you like for a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com, or call 972-880-8316 to book your motivational speaker today. That's Life's Purpose Ministries, 972-880-8316. Book a lecturer today.
Articulation Radio is so pleased to have on the line with us Miss Deborah Thomas Crawford, or as we know, Miss Deborah Thomas Crawford on the line, the author of Rainy Days to Raining Days. Miss Deborah, are you here?
Yes, I am.
And talk to us today. I know you're in lovely Chicago.
Yes, I live in Chicago, Illinois, on the south side.
Oh, where on the south side?
I live
southeast, southwest?
I'm south. I'm just south. I can say it's on the south side. So if you know anything about Chicago, our streets are divided up into certain famous people. So I live right there behind Dr. Martin Luther King Drive.
Oh, okay. And so, are you in Bronzeville, or are you on the far south side?
No, the area I live in is called Chesterfield.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And of course, King Drive. And it's so funny because, of course, and there are a lot of, for those of you who are familiar with Chicago, I know the moment you all heard me say Bronzeville, you all instantly started. But for those of you who don't know, of course, there's a lot of history to it, but it's such beautiful architecture there in Bronzeville that tells the beautiful history of that area. And as we know, pretty much King Drive itself is a street that in any city is rich with history, but definitely for those of you who, when you come to Chicago, make it a point to drive down King Drive. And I would say, take it from downtown there in Bronzeville, just south of downtown, all the way through and just ride it. And you really will see how the landscape changed, the way the architecture changes, the way the neighborhood changes. I mean, it's, a beautiful experience just on that drive alone. And now tell us a bit about your book, Rainy Days to Raining Days. I, of course, already let the audience know a bit about how it is a sermon guide that you had written to help them embrace whatever message it is that God has for them and to help them better deal with the daily struggles that they're having. But I really wanted you to kind of give us a little bit of insight first off on what advice do you share in your book about how to better love your enemies?
Well, I can say this, that the reason why I got a chance to do the book is because my pastor, some years ago, all of his sermons, I just would be at church, and stuff, and I would just, as I'm listening to him, I would just write them down. So what happened was that I was at work at various times, so sometimes I may not have made it to church, whatever, but when I did get to church, I wrote it down so I could come back to it. So it kept going on like that, and so then when I started being off on Sundays, then I was really writing them down, so I just kept them. And for some reason, I don't know why, I just kept them, and I would go over them, and I was sharing with other people, say, oh, yeah, my pastor said this on Sunday and this and that. So then after he made a year, I gave him a small part of this to show him, and he was very impressed. And so then I told him, I said, well, I hope you be here longer. And I said, and I hope you be here 10 years. And if you do, I said, for your 10th year anniversary, and maybe I'll put it in a book form. And we just laughed about it. So I didn't think no more here about it. And then just all of a sudden it came to him that I need to put a book together, which I did previously put some other book together. But then this book was like a surprise.
And so in this book, what advice do you give people on how to better love their enemies?
Because, okay, first of all, you have to embrace all of the people here that you come in contact with. Even if it's your enemies, you still have to love them because Scripture tells us to love our enemies. So we have to be able to love our enemies, because if we don't, we allow the enemy to have the influence over our life, and we really don't want anybody to have that kind of influence and power and stuff. So it's better to just love your enemy, and even if they still remain your enemy, you still just have to love them and deal with them.
What are some ways that you would tell people that they can better love their enemies and to better deal with them? What are some examples that you would give on how they can do that?
Okay. I think about it like sometimes, if you have an enemy and you're around this enemy all the time, I'm going to use somebody like it could be in your family or at work, and you be around them 100%.
You already preaching, you already talking, because as we know, a lot of times people complain about their families and they think their families worse than everyone else's. And, I even remind my friends and even some of my relatives when they complain about our relatives, like, hey, your family teach you how other people can be, and they're your training ground on how you can handle people and better deal with life. So, yes, proceed. Yes, preach. Use that example of family and coworkers, right, how we can better love our enemies.
Okay, well, first of all, you have to meet them on the level, everybody, you think of an enemy, well, he or she shouldn't be doing this, he or she shouldn't be saying that. But you have to meet that person on that level. You don't know, you may not know if that person is going through anything or have gone through, even if they're in your family. And then you don't even know, even at work, if something in their own personal life is affecting them. I don't believe that people just naturally wake up and be angry and want to be hurtful every single day. Something has had to happen to them. So you have to meet them on that level. And you got to remember, don't you get out of your character, because once you do that, then Satan has a right to come into everything that you're trying to not do, and he'll just like, oh yeah, if the person is angry with you and then you try to talk to them and you get angry, then Satan has an open forum for him to just slide on in.
Yeah,
so the first thing is
that's fed is going to grow. Anything that we don't feed is going to die. So yes, you're right. When we're feeding into negativity, that's just giving it more fuel to the fire, baby.
Right. And sometimes you have to walk away. If you see yourself or feel yourself getting out of character, and it does happen, shut your mouth and walk away. Excuse yourself. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then later on, you can, if you see the person again, later on you can talk back to the person. But if you're fueling everything up, like sometimes you get upset and you start saying stuff, and stuff. I mean, you really didn't mean to say it, but it came out and said. But now you got to go back to the person and apologize. The person looking at you, because now all what you said, that person is thinking about what you said, not what you're saying now, apologizing. So I've learned, be quiet, that you don't have to come back and apologize for anything that you said, because you didn't say anything.
Yes. Yes.
And then the second thing, listen to the other person. Listen to them, how they're saying it, the tone they're saying it. You have to listen and pay attention. Attention. I know I can say this. I learned from my pastor, we have friends, family, and another word, FOES. He said those are the people in our family or in our circle that just won't act right. And you have to love them anyway. You have to love people back to life, not to death. Love people back to life.
Yes. Yes, and that kind of leads into the next question that I wanted to be sure to ask you, because, of course, I know often when I talk to people and try to encourage them through things they're going through, it seems like for everything that you say encouraging, that they can come right back with either that same negative thing or something else, and to where sometimes I just feel like, okay, you just want to be defeated, because if every time someone tries to lift you up, you just pull yourself back down and shoot everything. And so, of course, what would you say to people who find it difficult fighting against the odds and pulling themselves up to really walk in the power of the purpose that God has for their lives? People that I would say the daily struggles seem to just stop them in their tracks. What would you say to kind of shake them up and wake them up a bit?
Well, I say, first of all, you got to get in your word. You have to read that Bible. You have to. You have to get that in your heart. Whereas you have to speak it. You got to speak it before you see it. You have to. You have to say this. I'm going to be better in next year, 2 years, 5 years. You got to continue to say that. Whatever you go through, how bad it looks, whatever, you have to say, I won't always. You look at that and you say, next year, I won't be here. And even if you make small steps, by next year in 2020, you won't be there. And it may be small steps.
Yes.
It may be small steps. And to other people, you know how people say, well, girl, you ain't did nothing, or man, you ain't did nothing. No, I took a step.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to pray.
Slowly but surely, because all that matters is progress. It's that stagnation and the retrograde that are bad.
And you also have to pray. You got to pray about everything. You have to pray about the stuff that's big, the stuff that's small. You got to pray over your enemies. You got to pray over your friends, your families. You got to just pray. And that's what some people don't do. People thinking they pray. I got to have a long sermon prayer. No, you don't. God, help me right now. Right there, you asking for God to help you and end it in Jesus' name and let it go.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you, now, with all the different things, because I know that you are a missionary at your church. Mm-hmm. You also are a Sunday school teacher.
Yes.
Now, and tell people your church and where it's located in case they want to come and worship with you. But once you're done with that, I want you to also tell them where they can come to see you at your next book signing.
Okay. My church is located in Chicago. My name of my church is First Paradise Missionary Baptist Church of Chicago, 6736 South Cottage Grove, Chicago, Illinois, where my pastor is Pastor Albert D. Simmons.
Very cool. And that's 67th and Cottage, guys.
Yes. You can't miss it.
Are you having a book signing anytime soon?
It hasn't been scheduled yet, but I know it's getting ready to happen.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, definitely keep us posted on that, and we would love to have you to come back on the show at any time to discuss whether it's your upcoming signing or even if you have any other event going on. We would love to dialogue with you. But let me ask you, though, now, you have your own website, right?
I think I do.
Not yet? Oh, okay. What is your web address that people can go to and get your book? And how much are the paperback copies of Rainy Days and Rainy Days?
Okay, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. You can put my name in, and it's going to pop up. You can put in the book, and it's going to pop up.
And how much is it?
The book is $14.99.
Okay. All right. And is it available in ebook as well?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. And that ebook, how much is that ebook retailing for?
I think it's $9.99.
Maybe $9.99. Yeah. Very good. So, guys, of course, head on over to Amazon if you have not already done that. Go over to Amazon.com right now and put in Rainy Days to Raining Days. That's RAINY Days, Rainy Days to Raining, REINING Days. And, of course, it's all about helping you not only walk in the calling that you have, but walking the authority that's over your life and help you to be able to better receive the messages that God has for you so that you can be in a better place to relay the messages that are chosen to be relayed through you to others. And now let me ask you real quick before we let you go, Ms. Thomas Crawford, is there anything that you would like to say that you have not yet had a chance to say yet, Ms. Deborah?
Well, I got married last year, September 8th, 2018. Yes, and my new name is Deborah Jones, and that's on my book.
Deborah Jones.
Yes. And
well,
I also
congratulations.
Thank you. And I also want to say that this book is for anyone who is trying to become a pastor in ministry that need help and may be already in the ministry and they don't really understand. The sermons, they are really easy read, and they're to help you, to equip you to be able to be a servant of God, no matter where you go, who you are. You can use this book.
Oh, very good, very good. And you heard it straight from Miss Deborah Jones. the author of Rainy Days to Raining Days. And definitely you have to come back on. You're welcome to come anytime. And I am faithful that y'all will continue to bless you with this work and all the people who are sent to receive this word from it, because it's a great service that you're giving, and especially giving to leaders to better equip them, because as we know, it's often a lot of times the leaders who are giving out things to pour into other people, and it's not a wealth of information out there to really support leaders. Of course, yes, to help you for those who are aspiring, but for those who are there. But it's great to know that there is this work there to support the clergy. And of course, and people, I encourage you, not only get this for your own personal journeys, but if you have someone in your family who is a member of the clergy, go ahead and pick up this book for them. You know, it would make a great gift, great birthday gift,
Thank you.
gift, any kind. You know, so definitely do that. And as I told you guys before, grab it up from Amazon as well as publishingadvantagegroup.com. You can pick up Rainy Days to Raining Days by Deborah Jones. And Ms. Jones, thank you again so much for your time. Yes,
thank you for having me on.
Oh, yes.
You too. And come over to the church. You all are welcome. Just come by.
And tell them the name of that church again is 67th and Cottage.
It's First Paradise Missionary Baptist Church of Chicago, Illinois.
And y'all, when y'all drop in, you got to be sure to say, I'm here to see the Sunday school teacher, Miss Deborah.
And I'll be there.
It's Missionary Jones. I'm here for Missionary Jones, Missionary Deborah Jones.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You have a wonderful day. And people, we're about to play a couple of more cuts for you, because it's all love here on Articulation Radio.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
And thank you. And God bless you.
You too, love.
Bye-bye.
You like that? That was Milkshakes and Popsicles by Martin Land. Up next are a couple of more songs by yours truly, Goddess Sage. But before I do that last one of mine, Doing Me Right, I'm going to play Up on the Encounter, and that's going to be followed by You're the One by Sven Carlson featuring Maja Novak. Have you always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Call 972-880-8316 for your free initial consultation with a representative from The Conglomerate, or visit theconglomerate.work today to book your consultation in person. Theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Call 972-880-8316 to start your new business today. Articulation Radio thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you. Stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
If you feel like it's real when I make your body shiver like an autumn leaf, I try to stay on my feet when you move a little closer to me. I can't breathe it. Your love is all I ever need to keep me going. It's time to let you know how I feel. When I'm here, I don't know what I could do to feel you. It's unreal to be a part in my heart. There's a place where everything's about you. I don't know who could ever make me feel like you do. It's time to show you my love is true. You're the one I dream about when I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first thing on my mind. There is no one else. Oh, baby, it's you. Yeah. And if I had another way to show you what my dreams are made of, I could somehow reach out to you, finally open the door. 'Cause you're the one I dream about when I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first thing on my mind. There is no one else. Oh baby, you're the one I dream about when I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first thing on my mind. There is no one else. You're the one I dream about when I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first thing on my mind. There is no one else. Oh baby, you're the one I dream about when I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first thing on my mind. There is no one else. Oh baby.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
take it over. This feeling I feel with you beside me. Living love breaks the seal. Doing me right tonight. Under 100-watt lights tonight. Doing me right tonight. Under 100-watt lights tonight. Doing me right. Taking me. Talking to me. Telling me how your days been. Being my friend. And my under 100-watt lights tonight. You and me right tonight. Under 100-watt lights. I am overtaken by silence when my thoughts are you. Think that you are my dream just come true. Wearing your body while you're holding mine tight, giving me love, adoration, trust, and respecting me, doing everything right, doing me right tonight, under 100-watt lights tonight, doing me right tonight, under 100-watt lights tonight, doing me right, taking me, talking to me, tickling me, playing with me, not playing me, but praising me, engaging me and engaging me, doing me right tonight, under 100-watt lights tonight, doing me right tonight, under 100-watt lights 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 tonight, under doing me right, doing me
If you're looking for ghost writers, grant writers, technical writers, any kind of writers, go to the Writers Consortium. Their website is maryjefferson.us, MaryJefferson.us, the Writers Consortium, for all of your writing needs, proposals, grants, academic papers, whatever it is you dream of, ghostwriting, the Writers Consortium can help you achieve your goals.
The staff at Articulation Radio appreciates you so much for tuning in today, and I, Goddess Sage, especially appreciates you for tuning in. Be sure to, in the meantime, before you catch us on our next episode of Articulation Radio, Do the things that you need to do to move forward with the things that you want to move forward on. No more excuses, okay? Keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep being exemplary. Articulation Radio. ARTiculationMedia.club.
How long have you been sitting on that manuscript? It's time to move it forward. Stop talking. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
Articulation Radio. ARTiculationMedia.club. BePublished.org. BePublished.org. Publish today.
On that manuscript, it's time to move it forward.